Hey there, ladies. I hope that you're having a great day. This is a video just before Labor Day of 2018. I'm in southern sunny California, where I grew up. And I was thinking about you all today and what inspiration I might be able to bring to you, especially because you've opted to be a part of the inspiration, guidance, and healing group that I have started. Thank you for that. Thank you for being willing to be inspired, being willing to be guided, and being willing to have healing. Because all three of them are necessary when you're contemplating, going through and coming out of a very difficult life situation. In this particular case, it's divorce. But there's so many other life situations, aren't there? The inspiration I want to offer you today, very briefly, is a topic that most of us cringe when we hear it. It actually brings us pain to hear the word because it demands so much of our heart. Our heart is the very thing that is broken and is breaking. I want to offer you food for thought, inspiration for consideration, by using the word forgiveness. I know. Forgiveness. I'm not suggesting right now that you forgive that person who has hurt you deeply, that person that you may be considering getting out of a marriage with. I'm not asking you to consider that person. I'm asking you to consider a person far more relevant in this journey right now than your spouse or your ex-husband, ex-spouse. Forgiveness of yourself. Forgiveness of yourself. What could you forgive yourself of that may be the reason you are where you are, the decisions that you've made, the choices that you've taken, the words that you've said, the inaction that you took, right? There's some ways in which you could have acted and you didn't, for whatever reason. And you're thinking, had I done this or that, maybe I would be in a different place. And all of that causes you to wrestle with anxiety, stress, sadness, unhappiness. I'm suggesting that you do something courageous, that you forgive yourself. How do you do that? Great question. Well, there's one expert whose advice I particularly like when it comes to forgiveness, and it applies to forgiveness of others as well as forgiveness of self. In this case, we're talking about forgiveness of self. And this is what you do. You think about and feel about that thing that makes you so upset with yourself. That action, that inaction, those words, the decisions, whatever it is, bring it to your mind. And then feel what it feels. Feel anxious, feel unhappy, feel pissed off, feel worried, feel condemned, shame, blame, guilt, all of those things. Whatever it is that you might feel it. Here's the key. Feel it for 1 minute. Some say 2, I say 1. 1 minute. And time yourself. Set your timer. And when that 1 minute of feeling the feeling is over, then imagine yourself standing before your new self and saying, I forgive you. I understand why you did what you did, or you said what you said, or you feel the way you feel. I understand that. That's called empathy, which is our highest level of intelligence. Feel the love and empathy that you would have for yourself, and that you would be willing to let those feelings go. And I mean, hug yourself. I know this may sound woo-woo, but let me tell you, it's so powerful. I've tried it. I've done it myself. And to get out of that that initial feeling of, oh, angst and hurt and worry and anger and stress into a new feeling of peace and tranquility because you've forgiven yourself is powerful. There may be a number of things for which you need to forgive yourself. Name them one by one. What I did was I wrote them down on a piece of paper, what I need to forgive, and I specifically wrote it out, what it is. And then I felt those feelings. Then I asked for myself, or I gave myself the forgiveness I needed. So I don't have to walk around in shame and blame and hurt and stress and anger. I can proceed in this life with peace and joy and some happiness. What, don't you want that? I hope you do. So try it. Just try it. And if you're like, oh, this is not working, then send me an email or well, you can't text me, but send me an email or make a comment or reply to my email, whatever. Just reach out to me and say, this didn't work. Tell me what you did, and maybe I can help tweak it for you. Okay? I hope you will, because here's to joy, here's to inspiration, here's through getting through difficulties with grace